ever. Welcome back to the Twin Diaries. I'm Sana, not Shauna. So yeah, today's video was super highly requested because it's gonna also be like an update real quick. I'm now in a BSN program with WGU, and so a lot of content I've been posting or talking about, a lot of people have been wanting to know about WGU. I love the school. It's very affordable. Love that as well. And it's able to allow me to live my life, but also get my bachelor's in nursing. Let's get into the video. So on Instagram, literally in August, guys, I'm terrible and I'm truly sorry, but I asked you guys to send me questions that you wanted me to answer about WGU. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. First question was, what accreditations do they have? So the program is accredited, and it's accredited by the CCNE, so you don't have to worry about going to the school and then it's just, you know, there's no accreditations, it's not legit, whatever. It is very much so legit. It's accredited. And actually here in Texas, especially, I don't know about everywhere else in Texas, but I know like in Houston, it's a very popular program too, because they have two different programs, which I think is also another question. Someone asked is it a bridge program that I'm doing? The program I'm doing is not a bridge program. However, they do have a bridge program. So if you're already RN, ADN, but you want to get your bachelor's, they do have an RN to BSN program. However, they don't have an LVN to BSN program. The program I'm doing is called the pre-licensure BSN program. So you don't have to be an LVN to do that program. However, it is beneficial for you to get in if you are already an LVN. Just because obviously it's an online program, all the classes are online, and it's more reassuring that you can pass the program because you've passed a nursing program before, you know? So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, so how long is the program? So proud of you, by the way. Thank you. The program is 2.5 years. However, it could be longer if you decide, because they do allow you to take breaks. I think they allow you to take at least one break if you need to, or if life happens. I've heard about people actually completely leaving the program because like crazy, sad things that happen in their family, and then they allow them to come back. I plan on just going the whole way through, no breaks, trying to just get it done and over with. But yeah, so 2.5, my graduation year is going to be 2023. Is it easy to do the work while working full-time during COVID? So right now I'm in the first semester, which is pretty easy for me, to be honest. The hardest class for me was biochemistry. Yes, I will be doing a video on how I passed biochemistry. Honestly, I kept putting it off. Like, I just was like, look at it and be like, God, I don't want to do this. And then you hear about like all the negative things about the class and how like people have to take the away so many times just to pass the class, and just like horror stories. So yeah, I will be doing a video on biochemistry. But for the most part, that was to me, I still haven't finished the first semester, but out of all the classes that I've had thus far, that was the only one that was like actually hard in my opinion. And then some classes I didn't have to take, like pharm, because they took it for my last program, my LVN program. So that is also awesome how like for my bachelor's, when I went to Texas A&M and I got my bachelor's in psych, and then I got my LVN at another college here in Texas, San Jac. Yeah, they took some of my classes from both colleges. So yeah, that was awesome. Do you have plans on advancing further than your BSN? So I don't know, like I go back and forth right now. Like I'm not interested, but I think a lot of people say like, oh, just wait till you get older, wait till you have kids, wait till blah blah blah, you'll be interested. Maybe, but I'm also interested in so many things outside of just like working in nursing, like working in healthcare. So I don't know. If I do, I would do WGU's MP program. And I just realized I never answered that question. Is it easy to do the work while working full-time during COVID? Yes, for right now. Now, nursing school is not easy, but I do think I have good time management skills. I switched to night shift to make it easier on myself to do the program, so I would have downtime at work where I could also study, and also it's not as stressful as a day shift, because I used to work day shift and I did it for a year, actually a year and a half, and it's brutal. Like, day shift is brutal. There's just so much going on. Everything falls on you all the time. You're trying to do your job, but then there's 15 million other people also trying to do their job. Then there's family, and it's just a lot. At night it's like a lot calmer, so it's not as stressful, and the pay is better. So what were your study habits, and how did you deal with school stress? My study habits, like I said, I make the most of my time. Y'all know I travel a lot. I'm so busy, like literally working full-time student, also an part-time influencer, which hopefully I could do it more than just like part-time per se. But you know, like, yeah, my main thing right now is I'm a nurse, so that kind of comes first. Yeah, so I have to really have good time management, and you have to have that as well as a nurse anyway. I have a planner. I literally bring my planner with me to work. When I have my downtime, I pull out my planner. I usually make a list for that month what I need to get done, and then I'll have it for that day what I want it to get done. So I'll look at that, and then I'll just start. If I said I needed to get through unit 2 through 4 or whatever, I'm gonna try to get as much done while I can, and then like work from there. And like, I need to get this post up, and I need to do this, I need to do that. Like, I literally have a planner and have to block out times or set a date and stuff like that for me to get. I love lists. Lists are everything. So have a monthly list, have a weekly list, and it's amazing when you get to like check that off or cross that out that you got that stuff done. And you have like a lot of stuff as a nursing student, a lot of assignments, different classes, and then tack on work, and then tack on whatever if you have kids and everything. So you just have to be like on it, you know? Can you describe the application process for WGU and tuition reimbursement? I'm not using tuition reimbursement currently with my job. Apparently I didn't fill it out. Like, you have to fill it out within the first 30 days of the program starting or your semester starting, and I did not. So I don't have that. I do have financial aid, surprisingly, because I thought that they wouldn't give me financial aid because I have a bachelor's already, but that wasn't the case. However, they don't cover my full amount, so I have to pay out of pocket the rest. So it's an affordable program though. So as of right now, with the help of financial aid, I'm not like paying too much out of pocket. Like, it's definitely manageable. And I think I pay like $307 a month towards my tuition. Can you describe the application process? You are literally just the cool thing is, instead of turning in everything at once, you could turn things in as you have them. As soon as I saw everything that I needed to have, I literally was like, dude, I have all of this. Like, I could just get all this turned in. Literally the thing that took the longest was my transcripts to get them sent from Texas A&M, San Jac, and Blinn, because I went to those 3 schools. And just, it's harder when you go to multiple schools like I did. So getting all of my transcripts and stuff sent over, that is what took the longest. I had already had my T's from when I took the HESI and the T's before my LVN program. So I had that already. I had, or did I take the T's after that? Either way, I had both tests. So regardless if it needed one or the other, I had already taken it. So, and it was less than like 5 years ago. Way less than that, but they took that. So it was like transcripts, your T's, you had to like do a letter, like of why, letter of intent, why do you want to be in the program. That's super easy. Like, you just be yourself, be honest. Obviously MLA format, whatever, that nothing. Then get a referral, like I got the supervisor at my job to write me one. So those are the only things I can think of right now. And then like, you continuously like talk with your counselor that they assign you, your admissions counselor or whatever. And then yeah, so I'm also a very impatient person, so like for me it was actually a pretty quick process. It was just checking to see, did they get my transcripts yet? Did they get my transcripts yet? So that was literally the thing that took the longest. How long were you LVN before going back? I graduated August 2019 and now it's September 2021, so 2 years. And whew, the amount of stuff that you learn in 2 years, and it's actually crazy because I still consider myself a baby nurse. Like, it's still weird to me that 2 years have passed and I'm training nurses now, like at my job. It's just strange because sometimes I still just feel like I'm new, you know, like, especially because in nursing you work with so many people of different ages and different levels of experience, and I work with a lot of nurses that used to be like ICU, been doing nursing for 20 freaking years. So it's crazy, 2 years. What made you choose that school in particular? So actually, as soon as I finished the LVN program, I had already, while I was in that program, I was at St. Jack, and I also applied again to their RN program. And like, I took the test for like, I did everything before I even finished my LVN program. I was already applied to the RN program. Excuse me, I did really well on the entrance test because they changed it. It's not like a regular HESI, it's like an NCLEX like HESI to get into that program, and I did really well on it, and I had everything turned in. I got into the program, y'all, but I really just like didn't enjoy my experience doing my LVN there. So I literally just did not do the RN program there because I just really hated it, you know, like, and I mean, it is what it is. I couldn't get myself to do it. Another thing is, I love nursing, but nursing is not like everything to me, you know, like, I have so many goals and aspirations, and I don't know, the more that I've been doing this, the more like I realize how passionate I am about the other things in life there is too. Like, how awesome would it be to me is, I love nursing, but how awesome would it be to like regularly do mission trips, like not even getting paid to do what it is that I love to do, but because I'm like traveling and actually genuinely helping other people that don't have the means to be able to help themselves almost, or get the care that they should be able to get because they can't afford to, you know? I'm rambling, but why I chose that school was because it allowed me to live my life while also furthering my education, which I absolutely love. When I went to Texas A&M, I hated going to class. If there was an option to pick an online class, Sana picked that option every time, period. That's why I picked it, the flexibility. Was it harder to get accepted to an LVN to BSN than an LVN to RN program? Again, it's not a bridge program. All nursing programs, honestly, are so competitive because I don't know what it is now, but like, everybody wants to be a nurse, more so than I think back then maybe. So, or maybe because there's like the whole social media aspect, it just feels like that, but it's so competitive, like so competitive. So it's hard no matter what program you apply to, whether it's LVN program, whether it's RN program, RN AVN, RN BSN, all of them are hard to get into. You just want to put your best foot forward and get the best scores you can get. Do you have to take clinicals again for the RN? Yes. So for the pre-licensure program, you do. If you do the RN to BSN program, you do not. You're just doing your classes and your online classes, and that's it. There's no clinicals for that. But if you do the pre-licensure program, like if you're LVN and you apply to that one, or you are just a fresh student that wants to be a nurse and you apply to that program, pre-licensure program, yes, there is clinicals. The awesome thing about the clinicals is it is in a 2-week span. So instead of all year round having clinicals, you have a 2-week span where it's like you're actually working. Like I work at a hospital 312s. It's the same thing with your clinicals. In that 2 weeks, you're working 312s, and they put you in a nurse, and you get assigned. When you get into the program, you're assigned to a hospital where you do all your clinicals. That is where you will have your 2-week span of clinicals for that semester, and that's for the whole semester. You knock all your hours out in those 2 weeks. I love that. Like, love it, because honestly, it would be so hard for me if like all year round, not only am I working full-time, but you're telling me all year round I also have to go to clinicals. That would be a lot. What prerequisites did you need to get into WGU's nursing school? I'll just link below the website. Honestly, if you go on there, it'll tell you all those things. Because I know it's like, because it's your bachelor's, it's a lot more classes than you need for like if you were doing an ADM program. So you definitely have to have of course, microbiology, A&P 1, A&P 2. I think you need English 1 and English 2, history. There's like a humanities credit, blah, blah, blah. So that's why it was so easy for me to just like send in my application for the program, because I already had my bachelor's. So literally all those classes I had. And then some for my LVN program. So it's just like that. And you can easily look it up and then contact the counselor and they'll tell you what classes you need. I know statistics is also one of them. Another question is, what is your favorite study resources? The NCLEX Saunders. Right now, I haven't been using it with this first semester so far. I have still 3 classes I think I still have to finish. And then like using things online, like for the most part though, whatever information they give me is what I use. If you do go to this school, there's 2 Facebook pages. There's a WGU biochemistry Facebook page, and then there's the WGU, like the whole, like that whole school's Facebook page, where students go on there and talk about the program. Like they talk about a lot. So that's where you can get your study tips. People share their notes, which is amazing, because that also helped me with my biochemistry class. That page like told me exactly what I needed to do, so I don't do all this extra stuff that's honestly not necessary. I'm like kind of a bare minimum person when it comes to school. Like I already know how I process things in my head. So once I know, okay, just tell me where I can get the information I need to know, that's it, and I'm gonna get her done. So Saunders, whatever information is provided to me from the school, and then I just like to make my own notes, and I like to make them aesthetically pleasing. As you all know, we have an Etsy shop, and I'll link that down below, where we sell nursing notes, and like also stuff that you can use as a new grad nurse or as a nurse. Yeah, so that's what I like to use. So far, what was your most difficult class? Biochemistry. Like, I haven't had a class that hard since my undergrad, when I had to take Business Math 1 and Business Math 2, where it was like calculus, trig, geometry. When I say that class is hell on earth. Yeah. What is the curriculum like? Mostly papers, discussion posts. So it depends on the class. Yeah, there are some classes where literally all I did was videos, discussion posts, and papers. Literally. And then you have other classes where you genuinely just have to study and you have to take your tests. So I think I answered the questions that are like most frequently asked. The best thing you can do is just sign up, or I think it's like a sign up kind of thing, where the counselor will contact you, you contact the counselor, and just do it it seems like a lot that you have to do, and it's really not. Just do it as a step-by-step process. Send in your transcripts to the school, take your tests, look at the classes that you have to do and be like, these are the classes that I need to take so I can get into the program. Yeah, just don't do everything like list basis. It's step by step, chip away at it. Honestly, the thing that'll take the longest is just sending in your transcripts. The other stuff, it's pretty easy to get done. So yeah, you guys can do it. I really do recommend the program. I personally love it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Sana Milana, and also subscribe to the page, because I will be posting a lot of stuff about WGU, because unfortunately there's not that much out there, especially on YouTube. I remember when I was looking for the program, there was like nothing there for me. It was only like a few videos here and there, and yeah, so I will be posting a lot about that, because I do want more people to go to the program and go to school. And yeah, so I was really happy when I found it. And honestly, when I finished my LVN, if I knew about this program, I would have done it right away. So yeah, thank you so much for watching The Twin Diaries. If you are in the program, look for the biochem, like how to pass biochem video, because I promised you guys when I passed it, which I did, that I will post it, and I am going to be recording that today, and I will get that up for you guys ASAP so we can all be successful. And yeah, so I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting. Subscribe and thrive.